Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I am Whitney and I'm a part-time slash full-time reseller on platforms such as Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari. So today's video we are actually going to be talking about all of this mess going on with Mercari right now. Mercari need to get it together, that's all I'm going to say. So Mercari's been having a lot of issues lately on their platform, such as hacked accounts, them stealing money, canceling transactions, stopping buyers from communicating with their customers. Just a whole lot of mess that's going on with Mercari right now, and they seem to be not doing anything about it. I kind of wanted to just get into all that's been going on, tell you what I think Mercari need to be doing to fix this problem, and what you can do to protect yourself if you decide to still sell on Mercari. I want to start with the fact that so far, thank God, none of these things has happened to me yet personally on my account. I do sell on Mercari and I do plan on continuing to sell on Mercari, but moving forward there are some things that I'm going to be doing a little bit differently when it comes to Mercari, which honestly we should have been doing in the first place. But I still don't mind selling on Mercari. Honestly, I don't even have all that many sales, so it's not like a big deal to me to keep on selling on Mercari. But I've already have enough invested over there that I'm not gonna stop just because of this situation. So quick rundown. I just told y'all basically there's been hacked accounts. Mercari has been withholding funds from from sellers. They've been canceling transactions. They've been limiting buyer accounts. Why do I keep saying buyers? They are limiting seller accounts, either to investigate the hackings or because of the W-9 forms things that we've been having to do on all the reselling platforms. And also suspending and or deleting accounts. So if you see me looking down, by the way, that's just because I got some notes right here. It's been a lot and I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. So as far as the account hackings, that seems to be like the number one main thing going on right now on Mercari's Twitter. I believe it's their Twitter. Let me double check. It's either Instagram. No, it's probably more than likely Instagram because I don't be on Twitter. Instagram, Mercari's Instagram. A lot of sellers have been trying to contact Mercari through their Instagram and like their posts and commenting and stuff like that. And they haven't been getting any real good responses yet. It does show that Mercari has been responding to these messages, but apparently they can't do nothing through Instagram and everybody has to go through their Mercari account, the app, in order to get their issues resolved. But pretty much everybody who's gone to the length of contacting Mercari through Instagram has already gone through the process of contacting them through the app. So it's just like, what you want us to do now? So within the account hackings, the people who are hacking Mercari accounts are changing their passwords, obviously, so that you can't get back in. And they're also changing the recovery email that you have on file on Mercari so that you can't go through, forgot password, go to your email, get back into your Mercari account. And people have been trying to contact Mercari to help them through this situation, but it seems like Mercari doesn't know how to fix it. They keep saying that there isn't hacking going on, that they're not hacked, but it seems like hundreds, and that's just from what I saw. So it could be thousands of people are getting hacked. So it has to be something more than random hackers here and there trying to hack accounts. It has to be something internally in Mercari, in my opinion. Mercari, due to this, has been limiting accounts. So they've been limiting the accounts in order to investigate the hacking situations for the people who they have given a response to, or at least an initial response to. But this is kind of backfiring on the sellers because within the limiting of the accounts, it's causing sellers to not be able to communicate with the buyer. It's causing them to miss out on sales. It's causing them to lose sales they already have because Mercari is canceling those sales. And then they're also like, if like they're not closing the account, so you're, even though your account is limited, and I'm not sure exactly what limited means as far as what the sellers are able to do, because like I said, it hasn't happened to me, but what it seems like is you can't even do the normal functions. I don't know if you could buy, maybe you could still purchase, but you can't sell anything. Like they're deleting, canceling transactions. If a person buys from you while it's limited, that can still happen, and then it ends up getting canceled because you can't get into the account in order to ship the product, in order to like do what you have to do to keep your account running. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, instead of limiting the accounts, I feel like they should just like not close it, but like do a temporary hold on the account so that buyers cannot try and buy from your account. They can't still buy from your account, and then it makes you look like a bad seller because they're never getting a product, or it's getting canceled, or whatever may happen, you know? So I definitely think Mercari should just limit, put a hold on the account, and also have like some type of banner over the account that shows that the seller account is on hold of some sort, like that. On hold of some sort. Oh my gosh, it's on hold, period. There's also, with the limitations on the accounts, has also been happening because of the W-9 forms that we've all have had to fill out. And that is a little bit in a whole different situation. It's not really connected to all of this, but it is taking like weeks basically for some people to get their accounts back up and running after submitting their W-9 forms. Me, when I submitted mine, it was no wait at all. It was just like instant. Here, you've done it. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, I saw no difference in my account at all. But for a lot of people, they're seeing that their account is still limited. They can't sell. They're losing out on money. And some people, their Mercari accounts are their livelihood. This is how they make a living. And I don't understand why. I don't even understand why it should even get to that point, from filling out a W-9 form. Or it's not even a form. It's like some questions. It's like a couple questions or whatever, and you just submit it. And there's no reason why doing that should put a hold on your account at all. Also, the crazy thing that I find out of all of this that's been happening, which I'm not surprised of, is the fact that Mercari has been withholding sellers' balances. Their funds that are in their account from them selling products have been on hold. Like, they're not able to withdraw any of their money. They're not able to, take what's theirs. And Mercari has already profited off of it. There are some sellers who have even saw that their balance just totally disappeared. Like, they had money in there and now it's a zero balance, and it's like, what the heck? Like, and this is not the first time that I've heard this about Mercari. This is not the first time I've heard drama about Mercari. Like, they just can't never just be easy, for sellers at least. I remember even like, I want to say 2-3 years ago, a lot of stuff happening with Mercari when it came to sellers getting their accounts lost for no good reason. And with them having their accounts deleted by Mercari, their funds was just poof, gone. Like, not there no more. Like, they didn't have no warning for some of them. They didn't allow people to like take their money out before deleting the account. They just basically stole from their sellers. And that's just crazy. Lastly, they have been suspending / closing accounts. I kind of just mentioned that with the last thing. Once again, Mercari has been always known, ever since I've been on Mercari personally, have always been known to just randomly suspend counts, randomly delete counts without giving no warnings, without giving like a trial. Like, if you don't get this right first, then we're going to delete your account. It just be like out of nowhere. And it's funny because I've been nervous about that happening with my account lately. Because I've been cross-listing to more places lately, I have been having more like, what do you call it? Double sales. There's a different term for it, but I can't even think about it right now. But I've been basically selling the same thing twice. By accident, of course. Like, I try to delete everything, but sometimes it just, slips through. And I have been having to cancel my sales on Mercari more than I've ever had before. Like, this year has been cancel. And it's been like making me so nervous, like that they're just gonna like shut me down. Like, and so far I'm surprised, honestly. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet. But I have been nervous because of hearing what happened before. The things that I honestly think Mercari needs to do to fix this is, one, they need to start taking accountability, honestly. When you read the Instagram comments and what Mercari is responding to with these comments, they're basically not taking responsibility for what's going on or accountability for what's going on. They're blaming it on people having weak passwords and, just dumb stuff like that. They've also have been just kind of giving people the runaround almost. Like, there are some people who are commenting saying that they've done X, Y, and Z, and Mercari is saying, well, we can't help you over here, but do X, Y, and Z that you've already done, as if that's going to help them. So they need to start taking accountability and stop blaming sellers for what's happening on their platform. 2, Mercari needs to communicate better with their sellers, and they also need to have a better system for their customer service. As of now, everything is done via email, and it doesn't seem to be working. They just don't, I guess they don't have enough people working for the company in order to sustain all the customer emails, especially for a time like this. Like, a lot of people have been saying that they've messaged Mercari multiple times, and obviously that doesn't always help because it just backs up their emails. So it's kind of like making it worse on everybody when you have to respond. When you have to send an email multiple times because you're not getting a response. But it's also like, what are you supposed to do if you're never getting a response? You're thinking that they're not getting the information. I'm assuming there's not really even any like automated response that's saying, okay, we've got your response, we'll get back to you in this amount of time. And if it's not in that amount of time, then the seller should have a right to resend an email and be like, what's up, I haven't heard anything, like, I need an update on my situation, because it's literally taking money out of my pockets. And they're not really communicating properly with their sellers. A lot of things that they're saying in these emails are just roundabout. They're telling them to do things that aren't working for the sellers. Like, it's just not working. It's like they're trying to stall for something. I don't know. Like, it's really weird. I'm gonna be putting up some of these comments on Instagram so y'all can see what's been happening. Like, I didn't even know one person said they lost $4,000 that they've had in their Mercari account. Like, $4,000. Don't even leave it in there. Like, mistake number 1, don't leave your money in Mercari. But yeah, Mercari needs a better way to handle their customer service. If it's going to be strictly via email and no phone calls, then they need to be on it with those emails. 3, they need to simply stop shutting down and suspending accounts for no reason. Like, it's weird to me how they're constantly promoting and doing advertisements and marketing for people to come over to Mercari, but then they're shutting down all of these people's accounts who've already been on Mercari. Like, Do you want people or do you not want people? It don't make sense. And it's like you would think they were trying to be good on security and making sure, they're shutting down accounts that are red flags and things of that nature. But no, it's people who've been selling for years, some of them who have all 5-star ratings, and then next thing you know, their account is just gone for a technicality sometimes that they don't even half the time have the opportunity to dispute and stake their claim of this didn't happen. Whatever the issue was that Mercari think it was that caused their account to get suspended or closed down, some sellers are not even able to get into communication with Mercari and be like, this is wrong. This information you got is not right. Da 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 da. 4, they need to stop stealing from sellers. Like, you're getting your cut in the fees, the raised fees, and now you want to take money from these sellers when you're limiting their accounts or when you're suspending their accounts or whatever. You should let people take their money out first and then do what you want to do. Not to say that what you want to do is right, but at least people have their funds. Like, they earn they've earned it fair and square. They did everything right to get it. They provided good customer service. They provided the goods. And your platform is basically stealing from them. Make that make sense, Mercari. You can't. Number 5 is basically what I said a little bit earlier. If you're going to limit the account, allow sellers to communicate with their current customers and tell them what's going on. Allow them to at least finish out the transaction, and then hide the account from new customers coming over to their page and potentially buying something, because then that's just creating bad. My thing is, it looks bad on Mercari at the end of the day. Like, if there are sellers who are not fulfilling sales, who are not fulfilling purchases from customers, those people are not going to want to come back to Mercari. It's not simply just, oh, this seller on Mercari sucks. I bought something and they didn't send it out. No, most people are like, freaking Mercari is a scam. There are people who don't sell stuff, send stuff out. It shows back bad on you, Mercari, not on us. And lastly, I definitely think Mercari needs to have a better 2-step authentication process. I just set my 2-step authentication on Mercari, and when I did it, I realized it was not that much. I feel like it doesn't really do much. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I do think they should go more towards how Poshmark is. Anytime I withdraw money from my own account on Poshmark, I have to go to, they send me an email verification code. And I don't even think I asked them to do that. They just automatically started doing that out of nowhere. So instead of, also, even eBay, I don't even know if this is necessarily as part of a 2-step authentication, but I've noticed, especially when I go on eBay on my computer, if I can log into my account, or if my account is already up on the computer, I go in, and if I try to go to my seller page, it basically logs me out, and I have to go back into the account in order to access all that information. So Poshmark and eBay, in my opinion, are doing the right things to protect us from things such as scammers, and not scammers, such as being hacked. Even if your password gets compromised, you still have to go through that extra little step to get into the funds of your account or into the main part of your account. And Mercari definitely needs to do something better with that, because what they have now is not enough. Apparently, some of the people on Instagram who've already set up their 2-step authentication through the app has said they still got hacked even regardless of that. So they definitely need to step it up. They need authentication when maybe just going into the app, or if anything on the app tries to change, like if you try to change your password, if you try to withdraw your funds, if you try to change your card information, anything like that, Mercari needs to have some security behind it. Lastly, this is what I think that we as sellers can do to try and protect ourselves. And this goes for pretty much any platform you're selling on. But obviously we're going to specifically say about Mercari. But for one, I think you should have a strong password. And I mean, it doesn't have to be nothing crazy. Like my password is nothing crazy, but it does have, a capital, a lowercase, numbers, and a special character. So I definitely think, make it easy for where you can remember, but also make it, stronger than it may be right now. 2, even though their 2-step authentication, it seems like doesn't even work that well, still set it up. It's still a level of security an extra level of security that you wouldn't have had before. 3, set up a 2-step authentication through your email as well, so that if they get into your account, they can't also like try and hack your email somehow. I had my Facebook hacked in 2021, I believe it was. Yeah, last year around April. And they also got into my email account as well. And it was a whole hot mess. Never got it back. But that made me realize, like, okay, I not only need to have authentication set up for my seller platforms or social media, but also the emails connected to those things as well, because they can get into all of that. 4, immediately withdraw your funds from Mercari whenever you make a sale and it is completed. I know for me personally, I like to have my funds build up a little bit before withdrawing it, so that if it kind of feels like a paycheck, like a good, nice, chunky paycheck. But at this point, I'd rather have my money in little bitty witty tiny splats than not have it at all, because Mercari decided to do something dumb. So withdraw your money. Don't leave $4,000 sitting in your account building up. Take it out as soon as it hits. That way you always have what's rightfully yours. 5, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm sure most of you already do this, but definitely cross-list to as many places as you're comfortable with. Obviously, you could use different platforms like List Perfectly or Vendoo or Flip or any of those places to cross-list your items, or you could just do it personally yourself. But I definitely think that cross-listing is a protection for you, because it's not like, for some of these people, Mercari was where they made their money at, and that was it. So don't make it be that if something happens to this one platform, then you're just out of luck. Especially if this is your only job, like mine, like I only do reselling. If that's your only job, you have to make sure you're covering all your bases, so that if something is going crazy on one platform, you're good on another. Just like what just happened on Poshmark. They had they changed the algorithm for searching products, and everybody's sales just tanked. But thankfully, I was on eBay and Mercari. My Depop I'm still working on that. But I was still making sales through those 2 platforms during that time that Poshmark was crappy. So definitely cross-list your items to as many places as you can. And lastly, if you don't buy on Mercari a lot, remove your card info. So me personally, I don't really buy on Mercari. I purchased something on Mercari one time and that was it. So there's really no need for me to have a card saved on file on Mercari. And that's so that you don't get your card information stolen if somebody does hack it. So if you're not the type of person who purchases on there a lot, just delete your card information if you have it in there. But if you do purchase a lot on there and you get hacked and your account is compromised, delete your call your bank and shut your card down. Like, get another card, because you don't want that to you don't want to now get hacked on your bank account. You know, your money. Your Mercari money is one thing, but your bank account money is another. So if you do get hacked, make sure you call your bank if you have your card on file, and cancel your card and get a new card. My final thoughts on this is just, it's just crazy. Like, I just want Mercari to do better, especially now that they're starting to re-promote, re-advertise, do more marketing. Like, I'm seeing Mercari on YouTube all the time. I'm just seeing them everywhere. And I feel like there's no point of them spending money to market to new people to come on when they can't even get a hold on keeping the people that they already have now. Like, they can't even respect the sellers they have now. You're not doing right by the people who are on there now, yet you want new people to come on. It don't make sense. It's gonna mess up your business at the end of the day, because people are gonna get bad taste in their mouths about Mercari, and it's gonna hinder you from growing. So I honestly feel like for the people who's having this issue, Mercari needs to get on it. They need to hire as if it was freaking Christmas time and do some temporary hires so that they could get through these emails, they could fix this problem, they could get people their money back who they taking money from, and they can, you know, work on making their platform better for us and overall for them at the end of the day. So Mercari, just get it together, please. Because, you know, I don't mind y'all. You're not my favorite. You're not my most selling. But I would like to keep you around. And I just want y'all to get it together and fix this. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on all that's been going on with Mercari. It's ridiculous to me. Hopefully things get better soon. I feel sorry for all the people who've gone through this with Mercari, who's been hacked, who's been suspended, who's been deleted, anything that's happened bad via their Mercari account. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. I'm hoping that it gets fixed soon, and just keep applying pressure to Mercari, and hopefully they're like, okay, we're gonna get it together. But thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.